Let's talk about something that is, for any parent, just one of the most frustrating experiences you can have. You've got a court order for time with your family, but it's just being ignored. Today, we're going to decode the specific legal tool that's designed to help you fight back.
It is a frustrating and honestly a heartbreaking situation. You have a legal judgment, a document that clearly lays out custody or visitation, but it's just not being followed. And in that moment, you can feel pretty powerless. But I'm here to tell you, there is a formal path forward. You see, the legal system actually has a powerful tool for this exact problem. It's called the Motion for Family Access Order. Now, that sounds complicated, but think of it as your direct line to a judge. So, let's walk through how it works step by step.
Okay, first up, what in the world is this motion? The name sounds super formal, I get it, but really, you should just think of it as the specific legal tool you use to get the court's attention on this issue.
Think of it like this. It's an official heads up to the court. You're not starting a brand new case from scratch. Nope. You're basically saying, hey, judge, you already made an order here, and it's not being respected. Now, the key phrase you see here is without good cause. That's crucial. It means there wasn't a legitimate reason for the violation, like a real medical emergency or something unavoidable.
Now, to use this tool, you gotta know who's who. It's simple. If you're the one filing the form, you are the petitioner. The person who's being accused of violating the order, they're the respondent. Just getting those two terms straight is going to be a huge help as you navigate the process.
All right, so we know what the motion is. The next and maybe most important step is filling it out the right way. And the good news is, the form itself pretty much tells you exactly what the court needs to hear from you. This right here is a direct quote from the form, and you should treat it like the most important instruction you'll get. See, a court doesn't operate on feelings or general complaints. It runs on facts. Specific facts. That is the name of the game.
So what does that mean in practice? It means you have to become a reporter for your own situation. A vague claim like, oh, they're always late, that's just not going to cut it. Instead, you need to say something like, on Friday, October 26th, the respondent was scheduled to return our child at 6 p.m., but actually arrived at 9:30 p.m. See the difference? Dates, times, and a clear link back to the original order, that's what gives your motion its power.
Okay, you've laid out your case with clear, undeniable facts. But this motion isn't just about pointing out what went wrong, it's about proposing a solution. You actually get to ask the court for specific actions to make things right.
And in the legal world, these actions are called remedies. They're basically the court's toolkit for fixing the problem. So you're not just highlighting a violation, you're asking the judge to implement a specific fix.
And believe me, the options here are pretty powerful. You can ask for make-up visitation time, you can ask for counseling for the other parent, or you can even ask for financial consequences, like a fine or a bond, to make sure it doesn't happen again. The form even lets you ask to be reimbursed for your costs. You literally just check the boxes that fit your situation.
So, you've stated the facts, you've requested your remedies, and you've filed that motion with the court. Now what? Well, the process doesn't just grind to a halt and wait for a judge. There are some immediate next steps.
So before you even see a judge, the court actually requires you to try something called Alternative Dispute Resolution, or ADR. Think of it as a mediation-style process. Court staff will get involved and help you and the other parent try to work things out. The whole goal is to solve the problem without needing a full-blown court hearing. And, this is really important, these services are provided for free.
Now, as soon as the respondent is served with your motion, a clock starts ticking. They have a very strict deadline to respond, and that deadline is 10.
That's right, 10 days. From the moment they get the paperwork, that's how long the respondent has to file their own formal written response with the court. This is not optional, and that tight deadline is there to make sure the process keeps moving forward. And you know this is serious because the court puts this warning in all capital letters for a reason. This isn't just a suggestion. Ignoring this motion has real, direct consequences, and they're laid out very, very clearly for everyone involved.
So what are those consequences? Well, this brings us to the final and, frankly, the most powerful part of this whole thing. What a judge can actually do if they find that the order was in fact violated without a good reason. And check this out. What you see here is a really clear cause and effect. The remedies you can ask for on the left, they line up almost perfectly with the orders the court can actually issue on the right. If you ask for makeup time, the judge can order it. If you ask for a fine, the judge can go ahead and assess one. It shows you there's a direct logical path from what you're asking for to the court's power to enforce it. So, what does this all boil down to? It means that a court order isn't just a piece of paper. Not at all.
It has real teeth. And this motion for family access order, that's the tool you use to ask the court to show them. It's how you protect your time and your relationship with your child.
Ultimately, this is so much more than just a form. It's a formal process that kicks in when regular communication has completely broken down. And that leaves us with a final thought to chew on. In the really delicate world of family law, maybe a clear, structured, and enforceable process is exactly what justice requires. Something to think about.